All right, welcome to the Tactical Arbitrage Webisode 2 on product searching. And in this webisode, I'm going to dive into some over-the-shoulder stuff of me finding some items live and how I would operate the product search bar.
Alex, I'm gonna kill my video to save bandwidth. I'll be right here though if you need me.
Yeah,
keep my speaker on.
Cool, man.
Yep.
Now, in previous webinars, I have gone into explanations of every single one of these filters, and I think anybody who's seen a few of the webinars has heard ad nauseum what each of these particular filters do. So if I seem like I'm glossing over some of these entries, if I seem like I'm just putting things in there without explaining it in absolute depth, then I would recommend that you watch some of the earlier webinars, or you can ask me later, or you can shout out a question during the webinar, and as long as it doesn't interrupt the flow too heavily, I'm happy to field those questions if Nate shouts something out. So I'm in a product search page. Now, I'm a newbie, so in this particular case, I have set, this is as a newbie is scanning. In this particular case, I've gone into settings and I've selected the feature to only source UPC sites. Now, by doing that, it's going to reduce the list of domains down to, what is it, about 100 and something, or 100 domains to choose from that have universal product codes there. Now, after I've done a couple of these, I'm probably going to poke around and do some title searching as well so you can see the difference. Now, one thing that I might like to do is have a look for the day. If I haven't already checked my email to see if there's any coupons come through the email from various sites that I'm signed up to, I might click on the check coupons button here and have a look if there's anything interesting. Books has got $3 off $50 site-wide. What have we got here? Babies R Us. Babies R Us has got 15% off your regular price toy purchase. That's actually quite decent. I'm going to dump on in here and see what the conditions are. Toy 15 off is the code that I would use. And let me have a look at the details there. So it excludes baby items. So Toys R Us and Babies R Us actually use the same URL. They both use a Toys R Us URL. So it excludes baby items. So I think we could skip Babies R Us. But this has now got me thinking that something at Toys R Us might be worth scanning before we move on. And I need to realize, though, when I'm buying, that some of these items will not be covered by that code, like American Girl dolls, Build-A-Bear, Lego Hard to Find. What about clearance? Oh, clearance is not covered. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't necessarily mean that I am not interested. I would like to have a look at these because 15% off is quite decent. Now, while I'm here, I might just check Rev ROI to see if I can add anything to that 15%. Now, Rev ROI is a symbiotic extension, which will allow me to see whether or not cashback sites have got any particular savings as well that I can stack. So it looks like Simply Best Coupons. The word Simply is off the screen a bit there, but Simply Best Coupons currently has 3% off Toys R Us. So I'm going to work with that in mind and the 15%. And so I'm going to start by going down to Toys R Us down here. And I will put in the 15% there. And I'll put in 3% there as well. And had I gone in a little further, let's say I had gone and got a raise.com gift card as well. And for argument's sake, I might as well have a look what's there. Now, the reason why I'm not speaking as confidently about Raise is because Australians are not allowed to purchase gift cards from Raise. So I haven't easily gone through the process of purchasing gift cards. But I understand that it's fairly easy there, and sites like Raise are the bigger sites that have got some, I guess, some checks in place to make sure that you're not buying duds. But there is, I can see, around another 8.9% off purchasing a $500 gift card. And even the smaller gift cards, these e-gift vouchers, it looks to be about 8.7%, anywhere in this sort of 8.5% upwards bracket. It looks like there's cards there. Now, if you don't want to buy off Raise, I think there's other sites like Gift Card Granny and Gift Card Zen, I believe, are both also good cards to try and get discounts. There's other things if you're outside of the US. Like if I purchase a gift card, I might use a site like, what's it called? What's that gift card site called that starts with E? It's all brand new gift cards, but they give you a 3% cash back.
You talking about Ebates?
No, Ebates is a cashback site. This is a gift card site. It'll come to me. If nobody's like screaming for me to tell them that, I'll just keep moving. But yeah, there's other sites where you can get new gift cards where you can get like a few % cash back as well. It's like if you pay with PayPal or pay via Bitcoin or something like that. So I'm going to put I'll put 8.8% in there because maybe I only want to buy a few $100 cards and they don't quite get the 8.9%. So I'll put 8.8 as well. All right. Now if I had in advance purchased a premium bulk list, I would probably be running a bulk scan so I could walk away from the computer for a while. But because I'm going to sit here and do some sort of live searching, I'm going to just select a category. Let's go. And then just do a single category. Everybody following along so far?
I am, if that matters.
Here we go. Go to the top category, just go action figures. It looks like I can get about 21 pages out of those 500 results. So I can see that there are 24 products per page down here, and there's 500 results. So that's 480 is 20 pages, so I'll go 21 pages. And because I use a prep house, I'm not going to put anything in sales text there. Being toys, I'll remove ranks over 300,000. Some people like to be more aggressive than that. I like to keep it loose and then just throw away anything I don't like. I'll remove any products with more than, say, 100 sellers. I might get rid of oversized products. Some people like to keep them. I use a prep house and oversizes a little bit more. Sometimes I remove them. It really depends. Sometimes I like to look at them. Anyway, I'm going to just skip through these a bit. I'll remove out-of-stock products. Keeping in mind, I'm removing out-of-stock products, but I'm using cache. I didn't check what my cache was set for. Okay, my cache is only set for 6 hours because I was running some tests for another customer. Member, I should say. I hate using the word customer because we're all a big family here. But so it's only set for 6 hours, so I'm not sure how fast I'll get this data. It depends if anybody else has done this search in the last 6 hours, but I'll leave it set for 6 hours for now. And a couple more. I'll remove any products with an Amazon price of like less than $15. I only really want to see stuff that sells for more than that. And then show me anything with a gross return on investment of at least 15%. I mean, I want to have a look at it. And I probably would chuck anything away if it's kind of less than 15, 20%. A lot of people like to go more than that. We're all looking for those 50% ROIs, but I'm conscious of the fact that I've picked Toys R Us. Toys R Us is, it's like Target and Walmart. It's fairly aggressively hit. So there probably is going to be less results here than we might find in some of the other stores because especially if everybody else is already onto this sale. I mean, I've just sort of pulled that, stumbled onto a sale and I'm kind of running down the rabbit hole here, but rabbit trail, I should say. And I'm going to tick this new box here, which is not actually released on everybody's software yet, but you will see it appear in the next couple of days, which is it'll reverse search results as it finds data. So so there might not be a profitable match at Toys R Us, but if it finds a profitable match over at Target, it'll put that information in to the view data page now. So this is going to be released in a couple of days. So this is like reverse search kind of mashed into product search. It's pretty powerful. So I'll tick that box there, and we'll hit submit, and we'll see what happens. Okay, and the scan is running, and I'm looking for that word added. And what I would normally do is, while this runs, I'd probably pop over and start running an Amazon flip and maybe do a reverse search scan, library search scan, and so on. And I wouldn't stop there. So, I mean, this process is currently tying up computer power. So it's not going super fast. So I imagine some of this data is cached and some of this data is uncached. I can actually see, yep, this has got product from cache, so somebody has been here before. But if their filters showed the item quicker, then it would be, if their filters sort of collected the item, then it's cached for me now. But if their filters did not collect it, then those products won't be cached. And so I can see a product down here that this one's not cached, for instance. So I'm going to pop into view data now and see what kind of items we've got appearing, because I've seen that word added and I've gotten excited. Okay. So in my settings at the moment, I have got set certain discounts that are currently running at different stores. And that's why my adjusted price is happening over here. And the adjusted price is different for Toys R Us as it is for other stores. So I'm going to have a look around here now. So Toys R Us, we've got Pokemon Lights and Sound 3-inch Pokeball. With those adjusted discounts, with my gift card, my coupon, and my cash back, we're looking at adjusting it to $12.78. And it's a $4.16 profit. One thing that I probably should have put in here is my shipping price to Amazon per pound, because that would have changed things a little. That doesn't look like a particularly heavy item though, so and you know the scan's running, I won't stop it. But ideally, don't forget to put in every variable. Like if you use a prep house, make sure you put your cost to prep per standard product and your cost per pound to ship to Amazon approximately. And that will adjust this return on investment slightly. So these are slightly biased because I neglected to put in that one variable for shipping to Amazon. But let's have a look. Does Toys R Us have this one in stock? Yep, for $16.99, it has it in stock. I want to check whether or not the list. Where was that sale listed? I want to see whether or not Pokemon products are listed in here. It doesn't appear that Pokemon products are excluded. So I'm going to now mouse over and see whether or not it's selling. I can see it's selling regularly. The UPCs match perfectly. And it is selling over at Amazon for $23.53. I'm going to check that. My cache is 6 hours old. 16 new from $23.53. So it appears that by stacking a few discounts, I found a 33% return on investment at a popular store like Toys R Us with $4 profit with a 60,000 sales rank in moments. So I mean, it's not amazing. It's not an amazing deal, especially when you take into account that maybe I lose an extra 40 cents in shipping that to Amazon. I wouldn't say it's a pound. It's probably a fairly light object. So maybe it's $3.50, but there's only 16 people selling it. and we're coming into Q4, and Pokemon's popular. You know, I probably want to just dig into this and make sure that that is exactly the right product. The UPC matches. So we're going to have a little closer look here, because I can see that this one's got a little Pokemon in the picture, a little Pikachu in the picture, and that one doesn't. But in one of these other pictures here, I might see whether it comes with the Pikachu. It looks like it does. So I might want to investigate that a little bit more, but the UPC matching is a really good sign. And this is probably one that I would like to save. So I'm going to save that for now. And I'll go to my save data page later. Now, my save data page is actually a bit unorganized because I use it for a lot of testing. Ideally, your main save data page will be blank, and the items that you found will be squirreled away into various folders. So I'm going to show you what just happened. So yeah, I've got 66 items in here from testing. So I'm going to select all bar the last one, and I'm going to pop all those items into another folder, just another test folder here, so that that keeps this clean. Okay, so later on I can sort this out into Toys R Us items I want to buy. For now, I'm going to just leave that there as something that I'm interested in. We just actually updated so you can change quantities and global match from within the saved data list. So that's that means that if there's something that you think is a match, but you want to go in and have a look at it later, you can save it, and then you can pop in there. And if it's not quite a match, you can match it up. And then if it may be not profitable anymore, you can then kick it out of there again. So the save list is a great place to put to make your replenishable lists. So I do recommend that you use that. I'm going to close that down for now. So what else do we see? So Fry's has got the same thing for $14.99 by the look of it. Now, judging by my settings in the back end, Fry's, I've entered in a discount there for various reasons. I will need to go back and check why I put that discount in there for Fry's. But it looks like I can get that for $14.99. Let's see if it's still in stock. My Fry's doesn't want to be loading for me. I don't have my VPN on. Normally when oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, and it's an add to cart thing as well. All right, another item that could be very useful. So there's a settings, there is a setting now. So you'll be able to go in and put down all of your cashbacks, all of your current coupons, all of your current gift card type discounts into the settings page, and it'll automatically assign them when it's doing something like reverse search, or if it's doing something like a multi-bulk domain search. It'll go through and assign them so that your adjusted price is accurate per store. Now, Toys R Us has been dictated by what we've done here, but the other stores that are appearing are being populated by the information in the settings page. So, so there's a couple of options there to profit off that Pokeball. I might decide the 24% one's not as good, but I may decide to get some of the Toys R Us ones. And as we go further down, let's look for something with a slightly higher return on investment. With another 30% one here from Toys R Us, I'll just check if that one's in stock. Yeah, ship to home is in stock. They're out of it in store, but ship to home is what we're more interested in anyway. And that's $17.28 after our discounts. You'll see how important it is to have these store price reductions in place. By having this stacked in here before we've even begun, this has appeared. Somebody may, like other members, may well have not taken the time to go and get a raised gift card. It's super common to say, well, I won't worry about that. Then for instance, they've set their gross return on investment to only show items over 20%. So this won't even appear for them. That's why there's only 8 people on this item. That's why there's not huge races to the bottom on this particular item, because the more astute member has done the full symbiotic stacking of discounts. They've looked at a current coupon. They've found a cashback site that they know that they're going to use before they check out. because to use a cashback site, you follow that link before you finish your cart, and they're using a gift card. So they've triple stacked, and this has appeared, and there's 30% there, which isn't to be laughed at. I mean, if I could get 30% a year off an investment fund, I'd be happy, let alone 30% on an item that I can flip in. Well, look at that sales rank, 18,000. I know I can flip that in, well, I don't know, couple of days. Also, with the new feature, I can see that Entertainment Earth is going to have this in stock too at the same price, actually a bit cheaper. So providing I can stack a few discounts in there, and I know my discounts for Entertainment Earth are out of date at the moment, so I've got to go back and correct that information before I run that scan to get the exact information for my cashback, etc. But it won't be too far off. So there's $4 per item to be made on that one as well. Let's see if there's anything even juicier than that. So Kmart, I can get this bad boy. It's only $3 profit. I think I want better than that. 30% return on investment. I don't kick 30% away like some people do. Like, look at this sales rank, 28,000. If I could get 30% back at a rank of 28,000, it's not going to even be on the shelves, like on my FBA shelf for very long in Q4 to make this $6.14 back for me to then pour into more stock. So I'll definitely look at this too. So Toys R Us with that 15% off, you've got a $24.99 item. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's already jumped on this. We've got a 6-hour cache on. Let's see if this is sold out yet in 6 hours. No, it's still there, $24.99. UPC matches currently selling for $32.99. Let me just check that. $32.99, I can see it right there. With a 6-hour cache, everything's staying pretty accurate. And with that stacking, we're looking at 33% on that. Probably a bit less with my shipping into Amazon. All right. So at this point, with the $6 here, maybe a few of those and a few of these up here, and maybe a couple of those, we're already looking at maybe having made back, $40 to $50, providing you're the one finding this, and when you're not in the middle of a webinar where everybody's watching the same thing. So you're finding a few items there, and you're shipping those in, and there's half your subscription fee on a month of tactical arbitrage made back in, I don't know, 20 minutes. Admittedly, I have not yet unlocked this feature. It is a powerful feature where it's going to just automatically check those other sites. If you cannot wait for that feature, Christopher Grant had a really good idea where you export your CSV of finds from a standard target search, for instance, get your ASINs, put them back into reverse search with a CSV upload, and then you can immediately basically get these same results anyway, just with those extra steps. But it will be pretty cool when this feature is unlocked in a few days, where it automatically does it for you right within product search. I know people are excited for that. So let's see if I can find something decent. This here is a 4-pack, and nobody has ever matched it. I can see there, because we've got the extended title on in the settings, that this Horror Series 2 is matching with a Horror Series 2 4-pack. Now I've seen a lot of comments saying instead of the arrows, can we have like a number box there? So that'll be something I do this week. It's one of those things that I kind of keep forgetting to do. So now I can see that the return on investment of that's dropped to 14%. It's not so interesting for me, but hey, I've done a favor. I've fixed this, and everybody who does this scan now is going to see this correction. So I've adjusted the quantity so it matches here, this 4-pack to this single pack. And so now everybody's going to see that 14%. And I've done my good deed for the day. I can be pleased with myself. I might as well do it for this one too, because that's also a 4-pack. All right. So moving along, there's another 32% one here, $3.59 profit. See if we can do any better than that. Down here, I'm kind of interested. 42% gross return on investment and $9.44 profit. Are these in stock? They are in stock. How come nobody is onto this yet? You know why? Because people aren't stacking their discounts. People aren't stacking all the current store price reduction with the current cashback, with the current available low price gift card, and they're not stacking it all. And so this item's not appearing in their search. And then they're saying, how come I can't find any items? Well, I've just found a page full of items. But, you know, 225,000 rank, does it sell? I can see spikes in Keeper all day long, all week long. Spike, spike, spike. But is there hundreds of people selling it? Maybe I don't want it. No, there's 14. Okay. What else could be wrong with it? Maybe this Amazon price is wrong. Let me just check that. $41.32. Yep, it's wrong. It's wrong by 3 cents. It was $41.35, but in the last 6 hours that I'm running the cache, that has changed. So, yeah, I'm interested in that. I would probably save that. I'm going to go through and mark a save beside that. And my computer's bugging out a bit. I think it is doing a standard malware scan scheduled at the exact same time, and it's actually just started to slow it down. So I've got to probably stop that if it continues to do this. So we're scrolling on down, and maybe you're getting the idea at this point. Okay, all I've done is the simplest of things. I've gone into my settings and I've gone, show me just universal product code sites. So there's heaps of those. There's dozens and dozens and dozens of universal product code sites. I've poked around in a few retail me not coupons for the day, and I've found a coupon that's currently running. I've run a scan. I've stacked that with a current cashback and a gift card that I can see ready for the taking there on raise.com. And I've run a very basic scan on one category. And in that space of time, in those few minutes, I don't think anybody can dispute that I found deals, that I found things worth promoting. Now, if I want to explore in other areas, if I want to make it a little messier, I want to jump into some title searching on some really obscure sites that you may have to dig a bit deeper for the deals are still there. If you're stacking the coupons and the cashbacks and you're doing that correctly, and you're making the matches when the match is a mismatch, and you're filtering things and sorting things and putting them in the save folders, the deals, I can promise you, are there. If I can find this in 10 minutes, then I can tell you the deals are there. So let me have a look at this one. This is interesting because somebody has done the match. Somebody's gone through and made this match, you know, and good on them, because, you know, it's an accurate match. Toys R Us had obviously mismatched it. I'm intrigued as to how recently they made the match and whether they bought Toys R Us out, because this is 6-hour cache. Let me have a look at this one. I'm going to close some of these other windows because that can also slow down my computer a little too. Ship to home is available, $10.99. What do we got over here? Amazon buy box, $25.99. What is the rank? 213,000. I haven't unlocked this column, by the way. People might be going, what is that column there? It's a brand column. So if you're excluded from a certain brand, and it was funny recently, Amazon restricted half a dozen brands, and the sky was falling because people couldn't sell, you know, some people couldn't sell Nike anymore. And it turns out that if you had an existing relationship selling, say, for example, Lego or Funko toys, that you ended up, not everybody ended up getting restricted on those items anyway. But when you are searching, have a look down the brand list and see how often you see words like Lego, Funko. It is a lot less than you'd imagine. It is such a minor thing that a handful of brands got restricted. But we thought we would include, just in case it affects you directly, an option to exclude certain brands. So if you click Mattel, for instance, then no Mattel product will ever show in your search again. Now, in some cases, I don't even recommend using it because ASIN by ASIN, you might find that a Lego item will sell for one ASIN, but another Lego ASIN you might be restricted for. But it would be useful for things like New Balance and ASICS, the kind of thing where every single one of those items for that brand is restricted. You just don't want to see those or bother with those in your searches anymore. What my developers are away for a couple of days, obviously it's the weekend, but when they come back, I'm going to unlock this brand column as well, and you'll be able to exclude things you just don't want to see. Now, I thought we were going to be unlocking category restrictions as well when he comes back, but I actually checked a user's account yesterday, and it looks like he accidentally unlocked category restrictions for everybody already. So I believe if you wanted to exclude Prime Pantry already, we hadn't fully tested it, and it was unlocked anyway, from what I could tell. So you should be able to pop into settings at the moment and just select Prime Pantry, for example, and not see that anymore. I'll have a talk to the developers about that. So maybe it's a bit boring because I've just looked at one particular store, one particular category, and with a limited amount of effort, I probably found $100 worth of profit, especially at Q4. Some of these items, some of these high-ranked items, their prices will even increase in between now and Christmas. So that $100 profit may be even more in a couple of weeks' time. So what else have we got here? Because this is a bit of a goldmine with that Toys R Us discount today. And, you know, the proof is in adding to the cart and checking out and making sure that that 15% discount applied to all items. Because although we've tried to do a little bit of due diligence and check the, where is the detail on that? Did I close it down? But yeah, we checked the information there as to what the restrictions were on that particular sale. But we've done our due diligence. When you go to check out, you'll see which items they accepted the discount and which they didn't. So what else do we have down here? Actually, I'm pretty sure Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was one of the restricted items. I might do a different store. There's some goodies in there if you want to hit that later, folks. I mean, I'm seeing some profit here. This one can't be right, surely. $17.28. That's pretty good. I just want to check this one before we move on, guys, because curiosity's got the better of me. So 206,000 sales rank. What's that? It's no guarantee it's going to sell too fast. But let me just check. We've got $44.99. It's still on the shelf. UPC's match. Currently selling for $63.68. Now, Amazon doesn't have the weight and size data in there for this item. That's why it's marked red. So we've done a kind of a best guess what the result will be. So around about $51, so about $17 back. But I'm not sure that I'd jump on that because I'm not really seeing that sales history with those spikes. Certainly, if every single person here bought one of those, you'd be sitting on those for a very long time. But anyway, I'm seeing profit here from that one category scan. We've already been going for about half an hour. I reckon there's definitely $100 worth of profit in that from that one scan. I think one of the main things I'm trying to get people to take away from this is to utilize this top filter. To do that few extra minutes before you even start, to make sure that the scan that you're doing is not going to be completely pointless. So that is how you find deals, and I hope that you find it as easy as that when you are sourcing. Thank you for watching.